Okay guys, can I just rant for a little bit here? We need to be honest about color changers. They have fallen off over the last year and a half. I mean, when they came back in 2020, we got some amazing releases. You had some of the Cars 3 characters obviously in there, and then we got Fillmore, the King. Those were some of the best. We got Jeff Gorvette last year. Then we had Cars on the Road, Deanna Giordano being a Color Changers exclusive character. That's so cool. Doug Crankle, I think, is a pretty good release. That's jammin'. And now here we are, 2025, and the only new Color Changers we're going to get are through the expanded universe lines of GRC and the Race and Rescue here in a couple months. So far, we've gotten GRC McQueen and Francesco. That will be it. Let me just tell you guys, there will be no more new GRC color changers, at least for 2025. And I don't know, like, just give me a new character. It's not that hard. Like, bring back Flo even. Do a Sarge, do a Doc Hudson, just a regular version instead of the fabulous version. The fact that we have already 3 color changer variants of Francesco Bernoulli, not even that big of a character in the grand scheme of the Cars universe, is pretty ludicrous to me. We got the original 2011 red to white, we got the red to blue more recently, and now we have this GRC version, which I think looks pretty good in yellow. But man, guys, come on. Color changers and, for that matter, mini racers have fallen off badly over the last couple of years. We've gotten hardly any new characters, hardly any really new releases outside of just variants and expanded universe muck. I'm sorry, guys. Like, the mini racers GRC 10-pack last year with all new releases, like, that was cool, but I want stuff from the movies and Cars on the Road. Like, come on. But either way, let's try and put that aside and enjoy what we have here at hand. And that is the brand new GRC Francesco Bernoulli color changer. I just found this the other day at Target. It's the only one I have found. So yeah, pretty scarce so far. Hasn't been distributed a ton, and a lot of stores are just clogged with old color changers. I mean, Walmart, Meijer, Target, all of the above have so much just Revo Cost, McQueen's. Cryptobuster McQueen's has really become a tough one. I even see a lot of Quadratorcasars now, despite I think that's one of the best color changers they've ever done. Another color changers exclusive character, because that's the baby quad. But anywho, it'll be in the next episode of The Hunt, because it was like right on the cusp of me recording and finishing the last episode you just saw over the weekend. But yeah, the artwork has just your typical art of Francesco in the GRC paint job, red to yellow. Doesn't appear to be a ton of surface area for the color change, like just really the front half of the car, but maybe they did a good job. Actually, I see a little bit of yellow there in the back. Color changers, apparently they're doing the 2-in-1 differently here, so if something gets re-released, it'll be a variant card-wise from when it was released originally. I think they just kind of rearranged how they do the 2-in-1 and the translations. Let's take a look here at the back. Yeah, I mean, I think that yellow looks great. I mean, it looks maybe a little duller, not quite as vibrant as the card here shows, but still looks pretty good. We'll see how well it changes back to red. Obviously, wish there was more surface area for him to change, but I mean, that's just been the problem with Francesco Bernoulli. Although the original version here, well, both of the original versions, extends a little bit further back because he doesn't have as many decals as the GRC version does. And yeah, the warm color will be yellow, so we will keep that in mind. I actually just reviewed a new Color Changers playset couple weeks ago now. I'll leave the link for that in the description below and the card suggestion pop-up. It's the Ready Race Car Wash. I'm seeing in all major retailers, so if you'd like that, check out the video first, see if it's worth it to you. I thought it was pretty cool, and the exclusive McQueen in it is actually quite nice. Before we start color changing our guy here, our banana boy Francesco Bernoulli, banana boy Bernoulli, we actually have some comparisons to do, because not only is there a diecast version of GRC Francesco, but there's another plastic version from that playset that came out about a year ago here in April, I think it was. So yeah, gonna be interesting to see how they all kind of differentiate. Now, obviously the plastic versions don't have some of the decals, like these blue stripes here on the frontal blades, whatever you want to call those. I'm sure someone will correct me. It usually is like the plastic pieces on the die cast. Then when they are translated to a plastic version entirely, any decals are gone, like the tires, Rotelli Potenza, Rotelli tires, Pasta Potenza text is gone from the plastic versions here. Now, what intrigues me is that the expressions are different on all three. Like, you take a look here at the playset version, the eyes are a little bit bigger than the color changer version. The color changer very squinty, and then the die-cast version I think looks the best because you see the mouth is wide open, whereas the plastic versions, the mouths are closed. Yeah, so very interesting. You do have the number 1 with the kinked Italian flag decal there on the nose. What I'm really curious about is how it looks back here. It looks pretty solid. GRC logo there's a little blurry. As to be expected, though. These are made in Vietnam, though, I think. Yep, made in Vietnam. Not Thailand, which is known for the blurry decals. You do have the GRC text on the wing there, so everything's pretty much the same, just a different shade of green. And you're missing that decal on the exhaust. But yeah, it does look like this part back here changes maybe from yellow to red. That'll be interesting. It's a very weird piece back there. Maybe I'm wrong. Like, maybe that'll just stay yellow. But if you look on the plastic version here, that's red. So, will be interesting to see. This plastic version was made in Vietnam as well. So we should expect quite a few similarities here, but we're still seeing some different shades. Like, this seems like a darker white. This seems like a brighter white. It's kind of interesting to see how the hexagonal pattern bleeds into the yellow and a little bit, yeah, they're on the red version, the playset version, I should say. All right, enough teasing. Let's let's dip and dunk this version of Francesco. See, when you start having to describe cars with like 5 different descriptors, color changers, global racers, cup, Francesco Bernoulli, like, that's when you know you probably shouldn't make it. Like, how about we just do Lizzie? Or how about we just do, what's a good one? Carlo Veloso. How about we just do, hell, even JW? I don't care. I mean, you've done some really obscure characters like Dion Giordano. Why not do Otis? Otis would be awesome. So much surface area to switch him up at, but here we go. Oh yeah, easy, quick shift to red there. So now, much more similar looking to the playset version here and the die-cast for that matter. Let's see if that back part changed. It did not. What the? Okay, now I'm upset. Like, that should not happen. Why is that still yellow? Can we really? Yeah, I ain't changing. Okay, that's annoying. So let's see here. On the die-cast, that part is like black. On the plastic version, it's red. Okay. And now on the color changer version, it's just permanently yellow. That makes no sense at all. Yeah, that, if you're going to make that yellow, it needs to change from yellow to red. If you make it red or black, like, you don't have to make it really a color changing piece because it's kind of a weird extra bar back there. I don't even know what that's all connected to because it's not the base. Yeah, that's really irksome. It looks like the rivets are yellow. Don't really care about the rivets, but that piece there that's so visible from the back, that really should change. But let's take a look at the date stamp here real quick while I'm kind of seething. 333rd day of 2024 was when this guy was produced. Let's see when this guy was produced on the 25th day of 2024. So about, what would that be? 308 days later, this guy was made. Looks like the warmth and the heat of my fingers are already changing him back to yellow, which, yeah, I think the yellow looks pretty good. Again, don't have a ton of surface area to change him up, but I do think like that is a very nice shade of yellow, and the red is a vibrant shade of red. It's not like on some of these versions of McQueen that we get where the red is so like muddled and dark, kind of purpley, just because the other color it changes to is like a blue or like a gray, and so it's so much further on the other end of the color spectrum that you're just getting like a weird kind of tainted red. That is not the case here. Yellow, orange, all in the same camp as red on the color spectrum. You guys ever learn about that in like physics class or like a science class? I remember doing like a color spectrum, like a whole wave on light. Actually, it was more about light. Learn about transparency, translucency, opaque, all that good stuff. But yeah, no, this is irksome to me. This is slightly irksome just because I really do believe that that bar back there, if you're going to make it yellow, which you probably should just make them black or red, but if you're going to make it yellow, it needs to change back, bro. It needs to go back and forth. Come on. What are we doing? This might go down as one of the worst color changers. It won't, actually, because there are far worse ones, actually. Trying to think of some of those ones where it's like, yeah, here is Wingo. He goes from green to green, but lighter, kind of. This is not that. Like, the shift is great. It's clean. It's crisp. Both colors are really nice looking, but that bar, and maybe you guys think, like, Mr. Doc, you can hardly see the bar unless you turn them around. Like, stop whining about it. But those are things that bother me. Like, that should not be a hard fix. Like, that should be something that we could do pretty easily, and yet we were unable to. And by we, I mean Mattel. So actually not we at all. It's them. This looks pretty cool, though. That's actually kind of a sick design. It's almost like reminds me of Rip Klitschkonski like this. If only I was able to make that line a little straighter, but the water kind of bled down. See if I can make a clean line. No, I'm not able to get a clean cut. Oh, I got it. Pretty good there. That is awesome, guys. That's kind of screenshot worthy right there. That's a pretty cool alternative paint job of Francesco. A yellow nose and then red in the back. Maybe that should have been just the regular version of GRC Francesco. Wouldn't that be kind of dope? Like, just throw in a random color, like yellow. That's what they kind of did on Todd Marcus in Cars 3. They just was like, turquoise, sure. Whatever, fine. Doesn't make any sense, but hey, sometimes it's so crazy it actually works out. Like, I think that yellow on the nose would actually be pretty cool. I don't know. So yeah, color changer, he's fine. Not great or anything like that. I should probably show him next to the blue version that came out after 2011. So the non-original version that was just red to white, which is kind of boring, but red to blue is pretty cool. I think this is actually a pretty nice version of Mr. Francesco here. And yeah, it's definitely better than this GRC version, which again, it's just such a random choice. Like, you're going to take one of the GRC racers. You already did McQueen. All right, like, I mean, I guess, I feel like Cruz or Jackson would have been better choices just because they have more surface area. Or why not just get a little crazy with it and do like Carla. So it's a new character. I mean, I would definitely complain like, hey, we don't have a regular color changers Carla, but whatever. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the GRC Francesco Bernoulli color changer, new for 2025. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think of him? Does that bar in the back annoy you that it doesn't shift? I don't know. I just feel like it should. If it's yellow, if it's black or red, it really doesn't matter to me. But since yellow is his unnatural color, I think it does matter. But hey, that's just me, and I am pretty picky. Thank you guys so much for watching. And actually now, yeah, let me know in the comments which color changer GRC racer is your favorite. The blue McQueen here, which in fact, actually no, I want full blue. Because I do think that this blue version of McQueen is pretty nice. It's a very unique color that we don't see McQueen in too often. And honestly, same for the yellow. But I think I'd probably take McQueen. Actually, it wouldn't even be close. He has so much more body area. I think the red wheels and the wing give him a nice kind of contrasting color scheme there, whereas Francesco, just, yeah, you get half of him yellow. That's fine. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll see you soon for another video. Bye now.